Welcome. Happy 4th for those of you that celebrated it last night. Happy 4th. Hope you had a good time doing whatever you were doing, whether that's going to watch fireworks or staying at home, family, drinking, whatever you did. Hope you had a good time. Today we got a flight from Houston Hobby, where we are currently our hub, up to, what is this? I'm not sure what that is. Or I guess a crossover to the west in San Jose. We have it's going to be a decently long flight today. Nothing too crazy, about 2 hours or so. 2 hours and a half, wheels up to wheels down. So we're just a little information about the flight. So I've already talked to Jenny, the front desk lady, and there's our clearance right there. So we have Teresa, one of the two. She's the executive officer for Gulf Coast Properties, and we're taking her to San Diego to walk a development site. The company has interests out west, and she's on the ground to see them firsthand. San Diego's coastal geography gives the city a particular draw for mixed USA and waterfront development, and it's a market that has been active. Black cars meet, or that just has to do with the FPO. Right now we're at Millionaire, I believe. Or actually, I guess rather our home. Millionaire's like right across the street from us, but we're at our home FPO, like where the hangars are. And we're going to be taking them to Signature out there in San Diego. Once we figure out where all that is on the flight. Should be a fun flight. I just did a weather briefing. I typically will do it on stream with you guys, but there's really nothing going on with weather. No turbulence. It was a little bit off to the east of us, but nothing right now. So we can go ahead and get cracking with the flight. This is a Temp 2. I believe we're gonna have ATC the whole way there, but I guess we'll just have to see on that. But anyways, let's go ahead and get out to the plane. I've already talked to Jenny, like I said. I did try to start the flight yesterday, which is why you can see some of the things are removed. But I could not get the door open. I'm just like, I'll attack another day. But the pins are out, all the covers are off except for the ones inside. So obviously. We have that. And I'll come here. I believe I was in the middle of it, so that's why people were here and stuff, but it is what it is. I'll tell her to get the fuel truck over here. I'm not sure if that's the guy or not, so.
Hot start flight support. Jenny speaking. How can we help?
Okay, so guess I can't.
Always a pleasure. Take care.
I don't even need that, honestly. Yep, so what we're going to do, we're going to come here, make sure that the gear is down, those are off, flaps are up. Up here, all the hydraulic pumps are off, and all the switches are in the position they should be, which is looking. Everything seems to be. Turn the low light off.
All right, Captain. Fuel truck is hooked up. Just let me know how much fuel you need. Or would you like to go tanks full today?
I guess he's already here. I'm not even sure how much fuel we have on board right now. Fire test. So I have like literally no clue how much gas we have on board right now. It takes a second for this to calculate. It's just the fuel. But for the fuel period, we're gonna need at least 8,000 pounds of gas to get there. Or I guess the minimum we're gonna take is like 7.9, but we're just probably rounded up to like 8.2 or so, just for a little bit of get there fuel. All that's on. I'm assuming we're gonna need like an additional like 7-ish thousand pounds. Or let's just do like 6,000 pounds. 6,000 divided by would be like. Let's just go like conservative and assume 6, so we'll need about 1,000 pounds pumped on board. I'll give that to him, and he can get pumped.
All right, I'm gonna go start up the pump.
And I'll join the Discord, well, in case anybody's online wants to talk, which is like 50-50. So I'll come here, and I'll mute myself. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So AC power, I did check that. So let's go DC. We got above 22. That's perfect. AC looks good to me.
Flight compartment checklist. AC and DC electrics. Nav lights, logo cockpit lights.
Cockpits are fine.
Lamp test.
Do lamp test first light of the day. So I'm here. Up. Looks good. Then we do down next. Looks good.
Duct monitor.
Check the duct. Loop A, loop B.
FMS database status.
How much oil do we have on? We have a huge imbalance right here, which is awesome. So let's go here. ADX. And send that off, and we'll get our flight time back momentarily.
FMS flight anti-skid.
Test that really fast. That's good.
Nose door.
It's fine. It's gonna be clear, and we can go out really fast and open up the nose door. Yeah, right there. So we'll come over here. Crash down here. And we'll slip in right there. And we'll close this back up. But yeah, man, the Challenger has some legs on it. Like a lot longer flights than you'd expect. In fact, I believe that like NetJets and FlexJet, I'm not sure if FlexJet has it, but NetJet's 100%. They take this thing across the pond more often than not. So,
Hydraulic 3A pump.
and then we'll come here. It's that one right here. It's hydraulic page. If we're selling the PSI, also we'll go ahead and turn on the parking brakes. And while we gotta take out the chocks, and then we'll come here, turn them all on, make sure we're getting some good pressure. Which, like I said beforehand, everything, if it's wrong, it'll be yellow or red, one of the two. So those are all good. We'll bring them all back down to auto. All right,
Brake pressure.
that's good.
Parking brake.
Set.
Nose door.
Good.
Hydraulic panel and pumps.
That's all
Electric panel.
Make sure that all these are off. That's good.
AC DC utility switch.
That's already all on.
Start ignition panel.
Off.
Fuel panel.
And we'll click this. We'll come up here. Click that. They should both turn green. That one should turn on. This one should turn on. If I turn that one, that should turn off. That's good. They should both stay green. That should turn on. Wonderful.
APU LCV. 10th stage isolation valve. Packs. Air conditioning panel. Pressurization panel.
So we're looking at 17 feet over there, so we'll turn that to right there. And current weather for Houston is 3000, so we'll just turn that. Oops. Turn that right there.
Bleed air panel. Supplemental ground wing anti-ice panel switch.
Just turn that. So what we'll do is we'll come here and test this. Overheat, perfect. Then we'll turn these on, make sure there's no lights. Perfect. Pressed out. Under drag them both down.
Cal anti-ice switches. Anti-ice panel. Emergency lights. Passenger sign. ELT. Glare shield panel.
Click X on that, looks good to me.
Crew and passenger oxygen.
Looks good.
DCU
We can
warning
test the,
panel.
CVR2
CVR.
turns on.
Audio panels. SPS system.
Stalls, protection system. We can click those up. There it goes.
Integrated standby instrument.
That's good. We'll set that to 300. I'll come up here and set that.
Clock.
It's good.
EFIS. ICAS. Main landing gear bay overheat. TOS warning switches.
Oh, I believe they're all. They should all be in. I only turned them off going into that last airport because it was just blowing up for no reason.
Pitch and roll disconnects.
Within.
Ground spoilers.
Up,
Thrust reversers.
idle.
Thrust levers.
Wind shear.
Engine speed
Wind shear.
switches.
Wind shear.
Engine vibration check.
Terrain. Pull up.
Press that up.
Oral warning. Smoke detector.
Smoke.
Trims. Mock trim.
Set that.
Yacht Empress. Reversionary inhibits IRS, CPDLC, TCAS.
Tested TCAS really fast. So come here. TCAS test. Forgot what they said. They said squawk
Jet pipe overheat.
7260.
TCAS
Wheel
system
bay
test okay.
overheat. Smoke. Bleed air.
ATIS
duct.
and clearance.
All right, we got ATIS information. What is
Wing
it?
overheat.
Delta.
Config flaps. Config trim. Config spoilers.
Information Delta. Light winds out of the west. 37 broken. Really hot outside. Departing runway 13 right. Awesome.
Nose door.
Birds, all that stuff.
Disagree. Engine
FMS flight plan. Wind update.
APU.
Perf.
Cell call.
Flight plan secondary. Activate. Execute. Departing off runway. So it says. Some cleared. Be the retreat 8. Expect runway. Oh, perfect. He's gonna give us 2-2. That's awesome. So that's good.
Takeoff data.
Alright, so we can go into update FMC now. It's a performance page. So let's go flight plan first. That's all good there. We activated that. Driving in. Lucky one. Let's expect runway 27. So we got. Let's shoot the RNAV. I'm not really sure it's RNAV we should shoot in there actually. Prefer shoot an RMPN if possible. I haven't flown in there in a while. So we need to shoot the Zulu in. Via Vida. Okay. 27 Zulu. Via. Oh, Lindy. Actually. There we go. Man, Lindy, execute that in there. Wonderful. I need to turn down this music a little bit. That should be good right there. Alright, so that's good. I got that planned out. Performance page. Let's go to the init. I'm taking 6 passengers today. How much bag? How many bags? So we got 275 pounds worth of bags. Shit, that's why. I was wondering why it was taking forever, man. I always forget to do this. Anyway, let's plan for the worst. Because in these business jets, it really doesn't matter. So let's plan for like 10,000 pounds of fuel. Take off. Let's see, what do we have here? Let's go 26 at 6. 34 degrees, excuse me. 34 degrees. 3000. We got that. And we'll come here, set the winds and stuff. So we have cruise winds of 73 at 16. And then positive 3. Awesome. Execute that. This doesn't really matter. VNAV page we need to set up. So we're gonna go 280 at 8. And then we go /1 at 82. And then /.82 at 300. Oops. 0.82 at 300. Beautiful. Then we got 2.25 and our vertical path angle. That should be fine. Come to the thrust limit page. That looks good there. Doing a flex takeoff. What do we got here? So that's good. So we'll do 50. 50 on the flex. 86.6, that's fine. Now we can come to the takeoff page. Send that. While we're over here, we'll set our takeoff for that right there. Please don't crash. That's awesome. Yeah, the Moza software is like the biggest piece of shit, man. Like, I swear to you, man, it just is always crashing, and I have to go in, I have to recalibrate everything. Let me go ahead and turn off my yoke. Wait for this thing to open back up. There it goes. Anyways, while we're waiting, I'll go ahead and put that post on. Alright, I'm not even gonna mess with it. We turn on the Moza yoke now.
Hello, Captain. It's Jenny from Hot Start Flight Support. Your passengers have arrived. Shall I have them brought to the plane?
Yeah, bring him over.
Understood. They'll be there in a couple of minutes. Anything else? Always a pleasure. Take care.
So now we're just waiting for the fuel, but while we're doing that, we can
Avionics and charts.
Avionics. Let me pull up the charts page. That's good. Actually, I guess since I'm here with you guys, I'll have the charts. Like, move it over. Actually, I can just do this. It'll be easier that way. Let's come. I'll pull this up over here for you guys, and then I'll come to the charts page. There we go. Perfect. So I've flown this departure many times. It's just radar vectors, right? So first things first, right? So there's obviously a climb gradient requirement to 800 feet, which is 500 feet per nautical mile, which will be climbing out at 165, which like that's nothing to us. We'll be climbing out like 4,000, so we'll easily make that. So with that being said, we're expecting 2-2, so we're literally going to climb on heading to. We're going to get vectors, so we'll get vectors out. There's the passengers. Alright. Is that enough? Yeah, that's more than enough. Perfect.
Okay, Just one quick signature on here,
perfect.
and
Sign
I'll
that,
be
get
on
out
my
here.
way. Here's a
All
copy
right.
for your records.
So fuel's not.
Have a nice day.
So we're just gonna get rudder vectors to retreat, and then we'll just continue on. Did he give us a top altitude? Maintain 5,000, so that's the altitude restriction we were given. So obviously very simple departure. We could take it. So I'll go ahead and turn that off and get back to the chart checklist.
Flight instruments.
So flight instruments. So currently we're waiting on the alignment of our IRS, which I may or may not have done. Awesome sauce by Dewan. That's awesome. So we'll just give that a couple minutes to align.
Hello, Captain. Hope you are doing well today. Great. There's nobody else coming along today, so as
we'll
far
just wait
as
for
we're
that to
concerned,
align
we're
itself
all
and,
good to go.
We'll be good to go. And then I might as well go set this. It's a two. Was it 221? I think it is. There we go. So while we're waiting for that to align, since we got everybody on board now, I'll go ahead and close the door. I don't think I straightened it out, so that's on me. You're supposed to straighten the nose out before you park it. So that is DeWan's fault. Oh, then there we go. So the line, so come down here, looks good. This is showing FMS1, V1, all that stuff's in there. Let's come to the performance page actually. The performance in it, probably gonna delete our takeoff speeds, but we'll set 928. Now we go to takeoff page, and it's in the new speeds over. So there we go with that. So look, this is the next page. And flexing V1, that's perfect.
Departure briefing.
Then
Emergency
that's
procedures.
up to 80 knots. Any master caution warning. We'll stop past 80 knots. Fire, failure, fear, or shear. Past V1, we're taking the plane in the air. Really simple.
Pins, covers,
Remove.
cabin lights, water heater, light compartment, engine start checklist. Doors.
Closed.
Parking brake and pressure.
Set.
Fuel quantity and balance.
You got an imbalance right here, but that's no big deal. We'll run the QRH item once we get the engine started.
Beacon.
Turn that on.
On. Fuel boost pumps. On. Ignition.
Alpha.
Armed. Engine 2 start.
Alright, starting engine number 2. I'll let the guy know. Looking for 20% N1. Oh, sorry, N2, excuse me.
Fuel system.
out.
Engine 1 start.
Engine 1 start.
Engine start checklist complete. After start checklist. Generator ignition. Packs. 14th stage. KHOU anti-ice. Flight controls.
Dang it, I made me click that. Let me click this. There we go. Left, right, up, down, left, right. Wonderful.
Ground spoilers. Flight spoil. KHOU anti supplemental fuel trim. No steer. APR. ADG unit. Supplemental wing anti ATS. ATC TCAS. TARA. After start checklist complete. Taxi checklist next.
Alright, I need to find where my iPad is, so I'll be back in 2 seconds and look for my iPad. Actually, before I go, I'm going to turn this puppy on, and we'll let that fuel imbalance work itself out. Alright. Our iPad is found. It was like right to the left of me, so I'm just being stupid. Alright, seems that the fuel quality imbalance is back within limits, so we'll let it go a little bit more to get more balanced. But anyways, where were we at? Let's have to start checklist through the taxi.
Taxi checklist.
Taxi
lights.
on.
Wing and cowl and brakes and steering.
So we'll go ahead and turn off our parking brake, and we'll apply some thrust. Brakes look good. Clearing the right. I'll make a sharp right-hand turn.
Reverse thrust.
Once we get on the straightaway, I'll test the reverse thrust. There we go. Reversers out. Green off.
Flaps. 20. Altimeters. Set and cross-check. Radar weather. On. Takeoff briefing. Taxi checklist complete. Before takeoff checklist next.
Rounds call for clearance. Actually, first thing, let me fucking tune to the correct frequency before I call to nobody. Oh, I just dropped my pencil. Oops. There we go. Houston Center, Sea Breeze 521, holding short a hotel at Hobby with information. Delta ready for taxi.
Sea Breeze 521, Houston Center, echoes current, the altimeter 2999er, runway 22, taxi via Hotel Zulu, cross runway 13 left and right at hotel.
Alright, 22 Hotel Zulu, and cross 13 left at hotel for Sea Breeze 521. Alright.
Sea Breeze 521, runway 13 left and right, both runways.
Okay, both runways for Sea Breeze 521. Alright, that's nice. We get to cross both runways. That's awesome. I did not hear him say right and left, but I'm also like a bat and can't hear anything. So left on hotel. That's a southwest way over there. Alright, so we'll go ahead and push up the throttles a little bit, get taxiing.
Houston Center, 8645, runway heading down 4,000 feet.
knots or so.
8645, under contact, climb maintain for level 210. Climb maintain for level 210, United 8645. United 8645, code our G-man on the arrival.
There we go.
Clear direct 2 G-man, United 8645.
There we are. This is right where we want to be, right here. Strobes, landing lights on. And there we are. Gonna turn that off. Anyone still on Zulu? So the closest to the right. Strobes off, landing lights off. So we're gonna come up here and take the closest right. There's that southwest right there. I love the Canyon blue liveries, better than the new ones we have. And for the takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist. Passenger signs. Advised on. Anti-collision light. On. Pros. On. Windshield heat. On. Wing and cowl anti-ice. Continuous ignition. On. ATC TCAS. TARA. Supplemental ground wing anti-ice panel. Checked. CAS. Takeoff config OK. Landing pulse recog lights. On. Before takeoff checklist complete. After takeoff checklist next.
And we'll set our, oops, that's a course. Let's set our speed to 5 knots above our VT, so 162 or 163. That's the speed we're going to be pitching for. And let the cabin crew know we're ready for departure. Center, this is Seabreeze 520. We're ready to go at 22.
Seabreeze 521, roger, runway, correction, flight room heading, runway 22, clear for takeoff.
Alright, runway heading, clear for takeoff, runway 22, Seabreeze 521. Here we go. Clear on the left, clear on the right. Let's go ahead and turn this plane. Yoke's going forward. Set thrust. Thrust is set. That nose up. There's a positive rate of climb right there. Gears coming up. Gear up indicated, heading mode, flight level change mode, autopilot on, and we're pitching for 200 knots now. Flaps up. After takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist. Landing gear. Up. Flaps. 0. Thrust reversers. Off. Ignition. Off. Pressurization. Checked. PAX transition. Completed. N1. Climb set. APU generator. Off. APU. Shut down. Passenger signs. CAS. After takeoff checklist complete.
Seabreeze 521, radar contact, altitude.
4,000, climbing 5,000.
Seabreeze 521, climb maintain, level 380, clear on retire.
380 wind, retire for Seabreeze 521. So let's go direct retire. Execute that. Nav mode. 380, and the altitude window.
519. Information Echo at 9 requesting IFR 2.
Houston Center, 22 Charlie Whiskey requesting IFR 2 Addison Airport, ready to copy.
What did IFR Addison?
Alright, and here we are. Now we're in the waiting process, so.
What did IFR Addison?
Let's go ahead and zoom that out a little bit more.
United 8645, descend via Taos 5 arrival, Houston, altimeter 2998.
Descend via Taos 5 arrival, altimeter 2998, United 8645.
Alright, I'm gonna go mute for a couple seconds here.
Houston Center, 23 Charlie Whiskey.
What's up?
The microphone's a little low. It's hard to hear. I'd like clearance to Alpha Delta Sierra.
23 Charlie Whiskey, Houston Center, how do you read me?
I wouldn't say loud and clear, but I could try to hear you.
I can hear him just fine. So it's not about that, it's about voice stuff that's happening at USA, like we're setting our voice stuff to be more realistic, so the reason they can't hear me at a secondary airport is because of that. So it's not about quality, it's about, you know, how we do things.
Houston Center, 23 Charlie Whiskey. Yeah, it's just a lot of static and stuff. I hear the pilot's fine. Can you just send us PC?
No, you're not at an airport that can accept that. Stand by.
Roger, okay, I got it. Thank you. 23 Charlie Whiskey.
November 23 Charlie Whiskey, cleared to Addison Airport as, correction, Wilson 8 departure, GIFA transition, then as filed. Maintain 3000, departure this frequency, squawk 6724.
Clear to Alpha Delta Sierra, the Wilson A departure, the GIFA transition, then as filed. Climb maintain 3000. Departure frequency is this frequency, squawk 6724. 23 Charlie Whiskey.
3 Charlie Whiskey, read back correct. Hold for release. Advise number 1 for departure on this frequency. Frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved. 23 Charlie Whiskey, thank you.
heavy on the ground near George Bush Airport. To get information, echo, request push back. FedEx 2531 Heavy Houston, center push approved. Push approved, FedEx 2531 Heavy.
Houston Center, reach 1825 with you, VFR 14,000.
Reach 1825, Houston Center, roger. Just VFR. Reach 1825, Houston Center, roger. Just maintaining VFR.
A-firm, just maintaining VFR for reach 1825.
Reach 1825, roger. Frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, 1825.
Level 9404, descend and maintain 2000.
2000, 9404.
Charlie Whiskey, Houston Center, yo.
A-firm, to the Charlie Whiskey.
To Charlie Whiskey, maintain 2000.
Maintain 2000 to the Charlie Whiskey.
Level 9404, expect the visual now, turn right, heading 040.
Turn right, next visual, 9404.
Level 944040, heading please.
040 you said?
Affirm.
Gotcha, route we're turning now. 9404.
23 Charlie Whiskey, I down.
IDAN, to the Charlie Whiskey.
To the Charlie Whiskey, radar contact 1 mile southeast, West Houston Airport. Turn left heading 360, vector for traffic.
Left left heading 360 vectors, 2 Charlie Whiskey.
2 Charlie Whiskey, familiar with uncontrolled operations?
Say again for 2 Charlie Whiskey.
Are you familiar with how uncontrolled operations work, IFR?
Partially, 2 Charlie Whiskey.
Okay, future reference, when you call for clearance at an uncontrolled airport and I say hold for release, that means you cannot depart until I release you. You can depart VFR in the future, and then call me airborne for an IFR clearance, but that assumes that you're under VFR rules until you call me. Bella 944.
Understood, yeah. I am familiar with that completely. I just didn't hear a controller telling me hold for release.
Bella 944, turn right, heading 130, report for field in sight.
130, we have the field in sight.
Bella 944, clear to approach from 130 right, from 130 right, clear the line.
Alright, clear the line 130 right. Bella 944.
3 Charlie Whiskey, roger. In any case, just, you know, if you're departing, you get an IFR clearance on the ground, that means you have to hold for release anywhere you go. If you're IFR at an uncontrolled airport, you get an IFR clearance on the ground. Again, pop-up IFR is a little bit different. You can depart VFR without talking to me and then call me airborne. Yeah, but I was vectoring aircraft in the hobby, and that's why I told you to hold for release so that I could protect my airspace based on when you are ready to depart. So just in the future, it's all good, just in the future. Anytime you're on the ground and getting an IFR clearance, give me a call before you depart and request release, and I will give you release times. 3 Charlie Whiskey, climb and maintain, flight level 280, cleared direct to GIFA.
280, cleared direct KIF. Thank you for that, sir. Yeah, I'll just do that next time. Sorry about those troubles. 2 Charlie Whiskey.
No, it's all good, just, you know, like to inform whenever I get the chance.
Center FedEx 2531 Heavy, ready to go. Holding short Whiskey, Bravo, request taxi.
FedEx 2531 Heavy, Houston Center, runway 15 left, taxi via Whiskey Alpha, Whiskey.
Runway 15 left, taxi via Whiskey Alpha, Whiskey, FedEx 2531 Heavy.
United 8645, expect ILS, runway 26 left.
Expecting ILS 26 left, United 8645.
United 8645, actually, do you park north or do you park south?
We're parking north for United 8645.
Roger, 26 left.
26 left.
Bill 944, fight in already, runway 13 right, clear the land.
Okay, just about to ask you, clear the land, Bella 944.
United 8645, information, echo current, Houston altimeter 2998.
Information Echo, altimeter 2998, United 8645.
It's 519, we're push and start.
Yeah, 519, Houston Center, push approved.
Push approved, 519.
FedEx 2531 heavy, turn right turn, heading 360, runway 15 left, cleared for takeoff.
Right turn heading 360, runway 15 left, cleared for takeoff. FedEx 2531.
Houston Center will be back in 2 minutes.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry, my girlfriend called me. You know how it is, you gotta pick up the phone with that. So, but yeah, we're on our way to, beautiful, beautiful San Diego. We're expecting to stay there for a little bit. Not a lot of time, but, I'll probably land there, stay a day or two, depending when I can fly back, and then, figure it out from there. So what's today? Today's the 4th, so a couple more days and my Cessna throttle should be in. What's up, Marco? How you doing? Ooh. Yeah, a couple more days my Cessna throttle should be in, so I'll be doing that a little bit. I'm still trying to decide how I want to do that. I know it's going to involve pilot edge, I think. Actually, I think it will. I'm not 100% sure if I just want to do it based off the ACS or if I want to get all the CAT ratings. Okay, I just want to make sure that was armed. I didn't know if that was armed or not. But yeah, so we'll do that. I'm definitely going to go over the ACS a little bit. So I'll be flying using the ACS and all the maneuvers and stuff. I'll try to teach at least one section of the ACS a day, which should be pretty fun. So it should make for a pretty fun series. About to go through some clouds here at 380. I got to turn on the heat. So I'm curious to know how this is going to go. I'm not sure how the Challenger is going to handle
Houston Center,
an extremely steep descent angle. I think the descent angle going in there is like 3.8 degrees, I want to say, or maybe a little bit more. Because we're taking the
I'll be back in 2 minutes.
270.
Oh,
yeah, so 3.5 degree angle. So it should be fine, honestly, but still, this plane's not the best when it comes to that kind of stuff, so you can probably expect a really excessive pitch nose down angle, so that's going to be fun. It should be a fun approach, though. We're going to signature over there.
Flex 2531 Houston, set over their contact. Climb and maintain flight level 310.
I'm gonna maintain 310, FedEx 2531.
FedEx 2531 Heavy, clear direct music.
Clear direct music, FedEx 2531.
Houston Center, rail 9404. We turned the wrong way. Are we clear across the wrong way?
Rail 9404, safe parking.
We're just going to the.
Rail 9404, roger. Cross runway 13 left and right at, where are you? Kilo. Turn left, Charlie, hold short runway 22.
Alright, we'll cross both runways, hold short, Charlie, and then,
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and turn on our anti-ice.
Rail 9404.
Actually,
Anybody else need anything?
never mind, we don't have to. It's too cold outside. There's no point. But yeah, we were gonna fly 400, decided to go down to 380 just due to winds. Winds looked a little bit better. At least when I checked earlier, we're gonna have more favoring winds rather. Because a little bit higher, the winds get a little bit more dense, if you will, a little bit stronger of a headwinds. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the 777X is on its way out too, and that's going to be interesting because I remember I was talking to somebody, I forgot who it was, but we were discussing how the 777 and the 787 share a similar type rating, but are completely different aircraft. But from what I've seen, it looks like the 777X.
Rail 9404, hold short, Charlie.
Is basically a big 787, like a 777 hybrid almost. Like it doesn't have the classic brown cockpit. It has the that gray cockpit, which I'm not a really big fan of, honestly. It has the big screens and everything. I'm not too big of a fan of that. The folding wingtips are pretty cool. Yeah, 2027.
Unit 519, squawk 4714.
It was supposed to come on like I think 2020 or something, like way a long time ago. I'm not sure what happened, but it's really unfortunate.
Houston Center, Northwest 1223, checking in at flight level.
And then we got like the Max too. Like I'm pretty sure the Max 7 and the Max 10 are about to be released. This is, in my opinion, like the make or break for Boeing, in my opinion. Like, if the Max 7 and Max 10 and the 777X don't do well, I think the government's going to have to come in and help out Boeing at that point in time. I think that's how it's going to work, but I think it should be fine. Because Airbus, Airbus a lot of like Jason and stuff won't agree with this, but Airbus is essentially beating Boeing at this point in time, like belt to ass. The only thing keeping Boeing alive, in my opinion, is like the long haul market. Like the 777 and the 747, obviously the 747 being a freighter, are like the pride and joy of Boeing right now. When I think it's like the only good long hauler that Airbus has is the A350, and I personally think the 787 is better than that. That's going to piss off some people, but that's just my opinion on the matter. I'm not a big A350 fan. Speaking of which, I'm pretty sure it's funny because you would expect like Coastal to get 787s at some point over the A350, but legend has it we're going to be getting some A350s before 787s, so that's pretty cool. No, I wouldn't say cool, but honestly, I think if somebody comes out with a pretty good,
Charlie Whiskey, amend altitude, maintain flight level 270.
I think if
270 to Charlie Whiskey.
a good A330 Neo comes out, we'll probably get that. which is weird because we used to have like this huge anti-Airbus philosophy, but we're starting to like, kind of trickle back on that. You know, Coastal's gonna be getting some A220s in the not the near future, but like in the next couple of years, which will be pretty cool. I probably won't fly it until Hot Start comes out with their A220, which I'll learn that inside and out. Speaking of which, we got the 757, the Bluebird, coming out. I'm really crossing my fingers, hoping that's going to be the most realistic airliner being ever released. You know, I remember the FS Labs kind of holds the title for that, I believe. For the airliner, obviously the most in-depth aircraft is the Hot Start, the plane I'm flying now, which is awesome. But
Control the whiskey, contact Fort Worth Center 135.
that'd be pretty cool, though.
Great day.
What else do we have? Yeah, I mean, Hot Starts is going to be sick.
Charlie Whiskey, good day.
But I'm really hoping that Bluebird's going to place a lot of pressure onto PMDG.
United 8645.
I know right now, so previously it was really only PMDG in the Boeing space. There's nobody else. But then iFly came out with their MAX, wonderful aircraft, by the way. But nobody liked it because of the EFB, which I will concur. The EFB was pretty bad, but it's actually, now with the SP1 update, looks phenomenal. I mean, really good. I don't see myself ever buying. If PMG does release a 737 Max, I probably won't buy it, honestly. I'll just keep the iFly. Not to mention, they're supposed to be releasing a 747. They said it was going to be released like relatively fast after, like I think they said like February they were shooting for, and it's July now. So we're pretty far past that goal. So I'm not sure. And it's going to be the 100. Who like? I'm just trying to figure out like what their goal is, right? Do they want to sell planes? Like who's going to buy you? Who's going to buy a 747 100?
Center Walker 3423 on
You know,
ground, San Antonio,
that's just a terrible business
signature
idea,
short
in my
hotel
opinion.
Rentex.
Like, let's release the 747 100. Like, I think it should go 400,
Walker 3423.
8, like the Dash 8, 400 Dash 8, then the 100, 200, and whatever you do with that. The 400 is by far going to be the most popular variant.
13 right
Then the
for
8,
Walker
then the
3423.
1. Like, nobody's
Like
buying that, man. So, I think that's kind of stupid in my opinion, but what do I know?
United 8645, turn left heading 320.
Because, I mean, that's a lot of airplane for most people.
320, United
It's
8645.
like any plane that has no glass in the cockpit is going to eliminate half the market, because most of the people, like if we're being honest with flight simulation, most of the flight simming community, right, especially with 2020 involved, how it worked is they probably started off flying stupid shit in 2020, like the Vision Jet. Then they wanted to get like a little bit more realistic. They got into any builds. They learned how to fly that a little bit. Then they maybe went to the fly-by-wire or vice versa, whatever you want to say. So now they're all Airbus. They're all click the button and let the plane fly itself. Not saying that's the Airbus's like thing, but that's like the easiest plane to fly, you know, because if you don't understand anything about aviation, you can just click the Airbus, put it on autopilot and let it do itself, you know. So it's a really easy plane to fly. So that's what we're looking at when we come to flight simmers, right? That's about 50 to 60% of the community. The next 40% are more realistic flyers, and 10% are like me and the people of Coastal. So most of the flight sim community is not going to be able to utilize the 747-100. I think they said they're going to come out with
15 left, Whiskey Bravo, Whiskey Victor.
Whiskey Bravo.
Oh no.
Do you have charts?
Say it again?
Do you have charts?
Yeah, I was trying to find it on the map. That's why I was taking a second.
That's unfortunate.
United 8645,
But
turn left heading to
yeah, I mean, like, I believe they said they're gonna have, I believe they said they're gonna have, like, kind of a person, like a virtual FO and stuff, kind of like the 727 has, but that's just gonna be kind of, I don't know, I'll have to believe it to see it, man, like, cause, I don't know, we'll see, but the 747-400 I can see myself buying, because I do like the 747-2s, so I'll probably end up purchasing the 747-400/800 and beg Jason to buy it. That'd be awesome, but
Sorry about that.
Anyways, with
Reach
that.
1825, currently 5,000 to the south of New Orleans. Flying
So
VFR,
after that,
requesting
we have,
visual runway 29.
let's see what
and
else
over at
we
that.
You're 5 miles southeast of New
I
Orleans.
think some coastal and stuff.
Negative. We're about 15 nautical miles to the south of New Orleans, 1825.
I don't know about that one either. Reach 1825 is a type aircraft.
Type is F-18, super running 1825.
Oh no. Oh no.
Reach 1825, maintain VFR, squawk 6615 and ident.
6615 on my band, 1825 to maintain VFR.
Oh no.
FedEx 2531, Fort Worth Center, 135, land 170, good morning. Or 135,
Who's flying an
135,
F-18?
thanks, yeah. Reach 1825, you familiar with VFR operation?
Oh, there's no way this can end well.
United 8645, 3 miles from Chubbs, cleared ILS from my 26 left approach.
Oh, I see him.
Cleared ILS 26 left approach, clear to land 26 left, United 8645.
United 519, RNAV 2. Taps, runway 15 left, good for takeoff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Marco. Dude, I just found him.
Sorry about that. 22 nautical miles out for reach 1825.
Reach 1825, roger, radar contact.
I just don't understand, right? Why are we flying fighter jets on VATS?
Familiar with how VFR works?
Right, there's this thing called DCS, right? The most realistic jet, like combat simulator with ultra realistic jets and stuff, and you come fly on VATSIM. Like, what are we doing?
1825, cleared at New Orleans, class Bravo airspace, same intentions.
Requesting, we're coming in for 29er, requesting overhead pass for 1825.
Okay, so just the overhead brake for runway 29? Are you doing a full stop? Are you doing a touch and go? Are you going to Navy New Orleans afterwards? I need to know your full intentions, please.
We're doing a full stop into New Orleans. Sorry, a little slow today. Yeah, full stop and overhead brake for 29er for 1825.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Reach 1825, roger, enter straight approach runway 29er New Orleans.
Like, I'm not sure why we're allowing this, honestly, on VATSIM. Like, I don't want to be that guy, man. I just don't agree with that whatsoever. I don't think we should be doing any sort of, like, fighter jet. And, like, unless it's, like, an event or something, you know, that's one thing. But, like, there needs to be some more strict things with VATSIM. Like, okay, if you're flying out of airspace, that's fine, whatever. Go fly your F-35s and stuff outside of it. But we shouldn't be flying in active, like, territories.
Right, heading 13 right, clear to take off, 3423.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm curious to know how. I want to see what's going to happen with the 757 because I've already. I'll talk a little bit about Bluebird in a second, but just thinking about Coastal. When we get the 757, I think it's going to be a little frenzy on who gets to fly it, right? Because typically when a new bird comes out, who wants to fly it. Me personally, I'm flying the 737, 777.
Where are you?
We'll see how that goes, but I know a lot of people are going to be upset because we're going to have. So most of the people in Coastal are under the impression that all 13 757s are going to be released online. We're going to have like 2 or 3 757s released online, which means we can only have like 3 pilots on board. So there's going to be some upset people. But also too, right, I think we need to have a strict, like, 50% captains, 50% non-captains, right? I don't think everybody should be a captain at Coastal. So, I think we should, I think it should work 2 ways, right? If you want to do it realistically, I think that if you are going up to a new aircraft, you should start as the first officer, right? And like, let's say like you're a captain on the 737 and you're going to the 757, and we already have a captain or 2 captains on the 757. You're gonna be a first officer until either somebody moves to the 777 or yada yada yada, and it's vice versa there. if not that case, then I think we need to have a higher requirement to be captain. So maybe either you need to have this many hours as a first officer, or yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying?
Has a field in sight, moderate turbulence, 3,800.
Walker 3423, cleared direct to Yoda. Direct to Yoda 3423, thank you. Reach 1825, that's great. Glad you have the field in sight. Report initial. Reach 1825, are you operating under a VSOA?
Hey, firm, you said report initial. We're not 3 nautical miles out yet, or 5 nautical miles out yet. We're still a little ways away. We'll report initial 1825.
Okay, great. Go ahead, you know.
Houston, United 8645, runway vacated.
United 8645, say park.
Charlie 9er, United 8645.
United 8645, roger. Do you enter the ramp at November Golf or November Juliet?
November Juliet.
United 8645, ramp via November Alpha, November Juliet. Have a great day.
November Alpha, November Juliet to the ramp, United 8645. Happy 4th weekend.
Happy 4th weekend.
I don't understand, but yeah, I'll be back in probably 5 minutes or so. Actually, let me see where I am.
Okay, 350, taxi to spot 2 via Romeo Bravo.
Romeo Bravo, spot 2, yeah.
Northwest 1223, area moderate to heavy precipitation, 12 o'clock and 10 miles, expands for, let's say about 50 miles along your route of flight. Advise if you need any deviation, appears spotty.
Alright, roger that from Northwest 1223, I'll be looking.
I have no route report. All aircraft advise Houston Center closing in 5 minutes.
Yeah, 350 for perspective. Houston Center United 350 at 56.
Yeah, 350, thank you. Runway 15 left, taxi via Whiskey Bravo, Whiskey.
Whiskey Bravo, Whiskey 15 West, United 350. You okay if we take Whiskey Victor?
Yeah.
Whiskey Bravo, Whiskey Victor 15 West, United 350.
Center, hello, American 2055 on the ground at MSY, ready for taxi.
American 2055, Houston Center, runway 29, taxi via Gulf Sierra.
Gulf Sierra to runway 29 for American 2055.
American 350, turn right heading 360, high 15 left clear for takeoff, change to advisory frequency for. Alright, after departure right turn heading 360, 15 left is Victor, clear for takeoff, priority 11, thanks, advisory frequency. Take it. That was a right turn for United 350, correct? And from the right turn keeps you away from the final runway 27. Yes. We're to take off out of here, make sure you stay right. Seabreeze 521, Albuquerque Center closed, radar services terminated, frequency change approved, happy 4th weekend.
Southwest 259 air trip push center awesome to India.
Southwest 259 Houston Center push approved and change to advisory frequency approved on close start up.
Recon push approved, Southwest 259. And Houston American 2055 ready to go runway 29. Sounds like you're going offline.
Affirm, yeah, change to advisory frequency approved, runway 29 are cleared for takeoff.
29 cleared for takeoff, advisory 255.
United 519 Houston Center closed, frequency change approved, have a great day.
Oh, yeah, Colin, 519, we'll see you.
Northwest 1223. Houston Center closed. Frequency change approved. Have a great day.
Roger, frequency change approved. Have a good day, sir. Thank you for your services.
Walker 3423, Fort Worth Center 135.17. Take care.
3517, Walker 3423. Good day.
All aircraft on this frequency advise Houston Center is closed and further services available. Monitor advisor frequency. Take care.
primary control of critical vehicle function.
I got to contact ATC. We got a LA Center on.
Meridian approach Southwest 722.
That's awesome. That's
And
awesome.
we do have X-ray on board for Southwest 722.
South 722, thank you.
LA Center, Seabreeze 521, checking in, flight level 380.
Seabreeze 521, LA Center, hello, descend to Lucky 1, arrival, the San Diego altimeter 3000.
Lucky 1 to arrival and copy the altimeter, Seabreeze 521. I ain't fucking here about what the altimeter was.
Southwest 4603, passing flight
Let's pick it
level
up with the Aegis.
3204, flight level 360.
Like, the issue is, like, I gotta use the bathroom. You know?
4603, LA Center, hello.
I can see I can feel that.
Climb flight level 360,
God.
Southwest 4603.
30 minutes, man. Real life scenario here, boys. Real life scenario. Right at the top of the descent now, about 3 miles away or so. For
LA Center, Southwest 1569, flight level 340, heading 238.
let's go and pull up the
South
Lucky
1569, LA
One.
Center, welcome.
Thank you. Southwest 1569, we don't have the current ATIS. Do you have an ATIS up right now?
For LA, yeah, information Delta, you'll probably pick it up in another 40 to 50 miles.
There we go. So
Roger, Southwest
where we
1569.
at? We're direct.
American 1812, Oakland Center, offline, frequency change approved.
Welcome, American 1812. Have a good one.
Frontier Flight 2276 across Donna now, 12000.
Honor 12000, Frontier
Direct
Flight
Manners.
2276.
Let's go with. Here we are. So we're over here. So there's no speed restrictions, which is good. So you get the Helix, which is
Center,
270
Frontier
knots.
Flight 2276. Donna is not on my transition
Alright, that's fine.
for the
So,
arrival.
really simple.
Okay, we'll stick with regular than that flavor at 140. Sorry for that, I didn't update my chart.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, Donna's on the Hector transition. I'm on the Tool transition. So after Flavor, Magic, has to be High Top. I turn towards Ziggy after High Top.
Yep, I got you now. Yeah, I got
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna have to use the bathroom here soon, so.
My bad.
No worries. Just making sure we're on the same page. We're good.
Los Angeles Center, good afternoon. Bayjet 737, 9,900, climbing 15,000.
Bayjet 737, LA Center, hello. Climb maintain 50390.
All the way up to 390, Bayjet 737.
Alright.
Southwest 722, after urban cleared ILS, Yankee, runway 26 left approach.
I've been cleared. ILS Yankee 26 left approach, Southwest 792.
Los Angeles Center, good afternoon.
And it's obviously we're coming at RMG 5,210. Then, yeah, it's just a direct shot in there. We're gonna treat it as a visual, right? So, like, speaking of which,
United 6517
I believe
descend to
it'd
radar
be
2
in
arrival
here,
to LA,
actually.
altimeter 29er.
Thanks for the altimeter. We have information Delta for LAX descending via the Raider 2 arrival. United 6517 Heavy.
United 2854, Oakland Center offline, frequency change approved.
yeah, so it's not back here. Huh. I never thought about that. I've thought about it, but it's not displaying. It's whatever. Not important for the flight. But yeah, it doesn't matter. Alright, so there we are descending. So we're descending via the Lucky One. We'll throw in 2,000. Actually, we'll put it at 15. I'm not sure what the altitude restrictions he's going to give us are. But anyways, let's go ahead.
Disregard that.
Alright, so anyways, coming in, lucky one, just fairly simple, right? Just fix it, nothing
American
crazy.
2727 contact, SoCal approach 128.05. Good day.
We got 624 for a DA. We'll throw that in there.
Thank you.
Come down to, I believe it's gonna be refs.
And LA from Bayjet 737, any chance for a shortcut? Bayjet 750, let me see what I can do, hold on. Appreciate it.
So we'll go 630.
Bayjet 737 for now, direct Blythe. Okay, direct Blythe, BOR, Bayjet 737, thanks. Yeah, 1565, radar contact loss. Southwest 165, send me the lucky one, arrival the San Diego altimeter 3000.
San Diego lucky one arrival, San Diego altimeter is please 000 for Southwest 165.
Alright. So, on our way down now. And we can go ahead and turn on that seatbelt sign. Descent checklist.
Descent checklist. Shoulder harness.
They're on.
Passenger signs.
On.
Pressurization.
Set.
Fuel quantity and balance.
We got 3,000 on board and it's balanced.
FMS, landing data, charts.
That's all good.
Approach briefing.
Already did that.
VNAV transition flight level.
180.
Descent checklist complete. In range checklist next.
Los Angeles Center, Clipper 113 with you, passing 11,500 dots to departure.
Clipper 113, LA Center, hello, climb maintain level 350.
Climb flight level 350, Clipper 113.
All right, let me. Oh, jeez. So we are gonna be. We need to go to signature, right? The FBO, and so these are all the terminals. So it looks like signatures is on the north. So we have one. Realistically 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 chances for us to take this. Okay. Let me measure the distance we're gonna have to our landing distance. All right, so we're gonna have a very we're gonna be testing out this thing's performance for sure on landing. So we're gonna be aiming for the numbers, or we're gonna do a duck under, obviously, and we're gonna try to make Charlie 6. I think we can, honestly. So we'll land in we'll land on.
Over 243 Charlie Delta.
We're gonna put her down on the numbers. I think I'm gonna try to put her down on the numbers.
2000 through Charlie Delta.
Well, not the numbers, but like you know what I'm talking about, like just past the numbers. So do a little dunk under there. I mean, we're just gonna land her like a
contact SoCal approach.
private jet.
0.05. Good day.
SoCal 2805, Frontier Flight.
We're gonna probably land her down a little bit firmer than we normally do, and we're gonna go reverse brake, or reverse is obviously maximum braking.
Alaska 312 Albuquerque center offline for exchange brew.
For exchange approval, Alaska 312, thanks for ATC.
Allegiant 786 Salt Lake center offline for
So
exchange
I'll
brew.
go and brief the.
For exchange brew, Allegiant 786. Thanks.
LA Center, good evening. Walker 4945 to 470.
Walker Air Cargo, isn't that special?
Walker 4945 LA Center, good evening.
LA Center, says 243 Charlie Delta, step away for 5 minutes.
243 Charlie Delta, actually, you can just break exchange brew in 5 minutes. You'll be to my airspace anyway. Oakland Center's offline.
You Mavericks, exchange approved. Thanks for your help, Charlie Delta.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to make things happen a little bit faster. So no, I'm not gonna say fast. I'm gonna say efficient. That's the word we're gonna use. We're gonna be as efficient as possible on this approach and landing here. Descending through flight level 210 over. Currently, I believe we're over like I would say Nevada, maybe Arizona. We can throw our HUD down. For this approach 2, we'll try to be fully set up before we get to Toke. We'll try to be fully set up.
Southwest 722, wind 210, 21014, gust 23, runway 26 left, cleared on.
Runway 26 left, cleared on, Southwest 722.
Got the coast out there, coastline, and I believe, so I think San Diego, like, is just off our nose. I want to say it's right over here somewhere. So.
Waterford Field,
Southwest 165, just confirming you descend via the Lucky One, correct?
Yeah, the same nav with the Lucky One for
In range
Southwest
checklist.
165.
APU.
Southwest 1569, send me Angel 4, arrival Neon
Started.
Serial, altimeter
Altimeters.
2907.
0.16.
Reset, cross-check. Avionics.
R9, visual approach.
Landing and departing runway 27. No offshore
External
VFR
lights.
transition. Notices
N1
to airman
target.
ATAC system in use. Activate transponder with mode C on all taxi.
United 392 requesting a mic
Runway
check.
Set.
short instruction. Advise on initial contact. You have information Quebec. Lineberg Field 8 test information with
LA Center, United 392. Would you be able to send me a ACARS message?
Visibility 10. Few clouds
No,
at
we don't have that
1,000.
ability on CRC.
Few clouds at 25,000. Temperature 22.
BHS 737 for traffic down, level off the climbing team level 350, get you higher shortly.
Localizer. RNAV. And visual approach is in use. Landing and departing runway 27. No
And BHS
offshore VFR.
APU pass transition.
BHS 737 for traffic, let climbing team level 350, get you higher shortly.
Okay, we'll stop it at 350 VHS
Veil completed. AP generator.
521 contact, low gal
On.
approach
Cats.
128.05, good day.
Over to approach on grade 9 for Seabreeze 521.
1300 at Niner. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 1,800. Few clouds at 25,000. Jet 22. 2.16. Altimeter 3000.
SoCal approach Seabreeze 521. 15,000 descending via Lucky 1.
Departing runway 27. No offshore VFR transition to airman ATAC system in use. Activate transponder with mode C on all taxiways and runways. Read call
Good
runway
for the
hold
approach
short instruction.
27 at Lindy for
Advise on initial
Seabreeze
contact.
521.
You have information with that.
Contact LA Center 126.52. Bye-bye.
Lineberg Field 8 test information with that 19512.
In range checklist complete.
130.
Before landing checklist
Visibility
next.
10. Few clouds at
So this is looking for the
1,800.
approach. We'll go ahead and zero out our altimeter.
5,000. Temperature 22.
Runway
2.16.
Yeah, Foxtrot.
Altimeter 305. Localizer. R9. And visual approach is in use. Landing and departing runway 27. No offshore VFR transition into airman ATAC system in use. Activate transponder with mode C on all taxiways and runways. Read may call runway hold short instruction. Advise on initial contact. You have information Quebec. Lineberg Field 8 test information Quebec 1951 Zulu.
We'll come in here, just make
1300
sure
at
there's a
Niner.
hard altitude. So.
Visibility 10. Few clouds at 1,800. Few clouds at 25,000. Temperature 22. 2.16. Altimeter 3000. Localizer. R9. And visual approach is in use. Landing and departing runway 27. No offshore VFR transition. Notices to airman ATAC system in use. Activate transponder with mode C on all taxiways and runways. Read may call runway hold short instruction. Advise on initial contact. You have information Quebec. Lineberg Field 8 test information. Quebec 1951. 1300 at Niner. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 1,800. Few clouds at 25,000. Temperature 22. 2.16. Altimeter 3000. Localizer. R9. And visual approach is in use. Landing
Make
and
them hard
departing runway
altitudes.
27. No offshore
That's
VFR
something I like to
transition.
do because I find, at least
Notices to
in this
airman
game, it doesn't
in
want
use.
to actually descend to that
Transponder with mode C on all taxiways and
altitude.
runways. Read may call runway hold short instruction.
Verification always
Advise on
appreciated.
initial contact. You have information Quebec. Lineberg Field 8 test information Quebec 1 Zulu. 1300 at Niner. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 1,800. Few clouds at 25,000. Temperature 22. Altimeter 3000. Localizer. R9. And visual approach is in use. Landing and departing runway 27. No offshore VFR transition. Notices to airman ATAC system in use. Activate transponder with mode C on all
250 crossing 10.
taxiways and runways. Read may call runway hold short instruction. Advise on initial
where is
contact.
the airport?
You have information Quebec.
I think there's like a big hill in the way. I think that's what makes this approach so crazy.
Lineberg Field 8, test information, Quebec 1951
It
Zulu.
should be like right in front of us.
West 300 at Niner. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 1,800. Few clouds at 25. Temperature 22. 2.16. Altimeter 30.
Yeah, like I said, we're gonna
Localizer.
go stairwell cockpit now.
And visual approaches
Stairwell,
in
so I'm
use.
not gonna be looking at the chat at all. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna once we have clear of the once we're clear of the stuff, I'm gonna do a duck under and try to put it down as soon as possible, just so we can stop and get off at Charlie 6. That's kind of the hope, which will probably mean that
It's
gonna be passengers are gonna leave their seats, so I'll go and
Visibility 10. Few clouds at 1,800. Few clouds at 25,000. Temperature 22.
9302 Heavy, we're ready to go
2.16.
25 left.
Altimeter 3000.
9302 Heavy, Roger.
Localizer. R9. And
there's a
visual
flight
approaches
deck,
in use.
speaking.
Landing
This
and
is gonna be
departing runway
one where we're gonna be
27.
braking pretty hard on
No offshore VFR
arrival to
transition.
make a taxiway
Notices to
here,
airman
so
HVAC
please
system in
make sure
use.
that you have your seatbelts
Activate
fastened
transponder with mode
and please
via
follow
all
the
taxiways
instructions.
and runway. Read may
the
call
captain
runway
will
hold
thank you.
short instruction. Advise on initial contact. You have information
Flight
Quebec.
2276, wind 22010, runway 26 right,
Live
clear to land.
Field 8 test information with your 51 Zulu.
Flight 2276.
West 300 at Niner. Visibility 10.
Alright.
Few clouds at 1,800.
Took 30 miles
Few
out
clouds
here, right around that 20 miles out mark, and we start throwing flaps out and getting
Altimeter
ready.
3000. Localizer. R9. And visual approaches in landing and departing runway 27. No offshore VFR transitions. Notices to airman HVAC system in use. Activate transponder with mode C on all taxiways and runways. Read may call runway hold short instruction. Advise on initial contact. You have information.
SoCal approach 965.
Lineberg Field 8 test information Quebec 1951 Zulu. West 300 at Niner. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 1,800. Clouds at 25,000. Temperature 2.16. Altimeter 3000. Localizer. R9. Visual approaches in use. Begin departing runway 27. No offshore VFR transition. Notices to airman HVAC system in use. Activate transponder with mode C on all taxiways and runways. All runway hold short instruction.
Air flight 1062,
Advise
Roger,
on
climb,
initial
maintain
contact. You have
17,000.
information Quebec.
17,000, Frontier 260.
Slowing down even more, making
Hey,
that
there's another
Field
Frontier
8
flight,
test
I believe it was
information.
United 392.
Quebec 1951. West 300 at Niner. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 1,800. Few clouds at 25,000. Temperature 2.16. Altimeter 3000. Localizer. R9. And visual approaches in use. Landing and departing runway 27.
right here.
No offshore VFR transitions. Airman HVAC system in use. Activate transponder with mode C on all taxiways and runways. Read may call runway hold short instruction. Advise on initial contact. Have information.
9302 Heavy, runway 25 left, line up and wait. Thanks for your patience.
Lineberg Field 8 test information Quebec 1951 Zulu.
Frontier flight
West
1062, turn left,
300
clear
at
direct to
Niner.
PV.
Visibility 10.
Would it
Few
be
clouds
possible
at
to receive a PDC
1,800.
or ACARS
Few
message?
clouds 5,000. Temperature
392 SoCal approach below. I don't show a flight plan on bound.
Altimeter 3000. Localizer. R9. And visual approaches in use. Landing and departing runway 27. No offshore VFR transitions. Notices to
Frontier
airman
flight 1062, sorry, I don't know if you got that, but turn left, quick, right to PV.
transponder with mode C on all taxiways and runways. Read may call runway hold short instruction. Advise
Yeah, it
on
looks like
initial
some guys
contact.
upset about
You have
something.
I just looked it. I refiled my flight plan. Do you have it now?
Lineberg Field 8 test information Quebec 1951 Zulu. West 300 at Niner. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 1,800. Clouds at 25,000. Temperature 22.
2727 cross runway 25 right at Juliet, taxi departing
Altimeter
India Bravo.
3000. Localizer, R9, and visual approaches in use. Landing and departing runway 27.
Runway 25
No off-hour transitions. Notice to eliminate that system in use. Activate transponder with mode C on all taxiways and runway. Read and call runway hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You'll have information Quebec.
I think that was for me. I didn't.
Lineberg Field HS information Quebec 1951 Zulu.
Curland
Web
27.
300 at Niner. Visible.
Sorry, I was some of
Philly
my
10.
one of the people
Fuel
that
clouds
left.
at 25,000.
That's really unfortunate.
Temperature 2.16. Altimeter
Anyways,
3000.
20 speed check.
Localizer. And visual approaches in use. Landing and departing runway 27. No offshore VFR transitions. Notices to airman ATAC system in use. Activate. Transponder with mode C on altimeter. Read may call runway hold short instruction. Advise on initial contact. You'll have information Quebec.
Or try to keep the traffic inside rather for Seabreeze 521.
Lineberg Field HS information 1951 Zulu. Web 300 at
400, the cruise at 500, climbing 5,000.
Fuel clouds at 1,800. Fuel clouds at 25,000. Temperature 22.
Via the Lucky One arrival.
000. Localizer. R9. And visual approaches in use. Landing and departing runway 27. No offshore VFR.
Lindy.
Notice it's system in use. Activate transponder with mode C on all taxiways and runway. Read may call runway hold short instruction.
Frontier Flight
On initial
2276.
contact.
all the way
You'll have information Quebec.
Nobody's behind us, and
Parking
I'm not sure if fully set up
Lineberg Field HS information Quebec 1951 Zulu.
Before landing,
Web
check list.
300 at
Landing
9.
gear without
Visibility 10.
down into fog, no steam.
Clouds at 1,800. Clouds at 25,000.
Skin.
Temperature 2.16.
Hard to
Altimeter
test.
3000.
Passenger signs.
Localizer. R
Wing,
and
tower,
visual approaches in use. Landing and departing runway 27. No offshore VFR transitions. Notices to airman ATAC system in use. Activate transponder with mode C on all taxiways and runways. Read may call runction. Advise on initial contact. You'll have information Quebec. Lineberg Field HS information Quebec 1 Zulu.
300
at Niner.
have received your flight
Visibility
plan.
10.
Thank you for your patience.
Fuel clouds at 1,800. Fuel clouds at 25,000.
fucking hold.
Temperature 22. 2.16. Altimeter 3000. Localizer. R9. Approaches in use.
There are 15
Landing and departing runway
You're going to run
27.
outside my airspace.
No
I also will
offshore
be closing
VFR
in the next few
transition.
minutes or so, so frequency
Notices
change.
to airman
Goodbye.
ATAC system in use.
Let's go, 1569.
Activate transponder with mode C on all taxiways and runways. Read may call runway hold short instruction.
56 radar
On
contact.
initial
Shit,
contact. You'll have
Fucking
information
spoilers,
Quebec.
Buffett. And holy shit. And everything knocking off my desk and shit.
Lineberg Field HS
Continuous
information
ignition.
Quebec 1951 Zulu.
On.
Web 300
Thrust
at
reversers.
Niner.
Spoilers.
Visibility 1.
Flaps.
Fuel clouds at
Cast.
1,800.
Before landing,
Fuel
checklist
clouds at
complete.
25,000.
After
Dude.
landing, checklist now.
Temperature
Knocking shit off my
2.2.
desk and shit. Holy fuck.
2.16. Meter 3000.
Anyways, we'll take control, man.
Localizer.
Good
R9.
God.
And visual approaches in
Do we have
use.
anybody on there?
Landing and departing runway 27. No offshore VFR transitions. Notices to airman ATAC system in use. Activate with mode C on all taxiways and runways. Read may call runway hold short instruction. Advise on initial
Alright,
contact.
Tyler.
You'll have information Quebec.
So like I said, we're
Lineberg Field HS information
this
Quebec
is, we're trying to
1951
make
Zulu.
that
Web 300 at Niner. Visibility 10. At 1,800. Fuel clouds
thing
at
was sending all my
25,000.
spoilers out, and when that
Temperature
happened, my
22.
fucking yoke starts tweaking out
2.16.
because of the
Altimeter
simulated turbulence and
3000.
made everything drop off my desk.
Localizer. R9. And
Fucking,
visual approaches in use. Landing and departing runway
I would like to
27.
fucking like clean it up
No.
now, but I'm in the middle. I'm
Offshore
literally on final
VFR
approach. There's nothing I
transition.
can do.
Notices to airman ATAC system in use.
I just turned it off.
Activate transponder with mode C on all taxiways and runways. Read may call runway hold short instruction. Advise act. You have information, Quebec.
Alright, so we're gonna maintain this shit, or this
Lineberg Field 8,
this right here.
information, Quebec 195 Zulu.
Once we
Web
clear it, we're gonna have a hard
00
cut
at
nice
Niner.
pushover.
Visibility 10.
Continue.
Few clouds at 1,800. Few clouds at 25,000. Temperature 22. 2.16. Altimeter 3000.
offline bear shifts just turned
Localizer.
approved. Goodbye.
And visual approach is in use.
Thanks for the
Landing and
ATC,
departing
John.
runway
Thanks for your
27.
We'll talk to you soon.
No offshore VFR transition.
At 6517 heavy
Airman
descend,
ATAC
maintain
system in use.
2600.
Activate transponder with mode C on all taxiways and
600 United 17.
reach may call direction.
Want that expedited?
Advise on initial contact. You have
Well, you've been taking
information,
at your own
Quebec.
pace.
Just trying to help you out, buddy.
Flight. Pittsburgh Field 8, test information, Quebec 1 Zulu. Web 300 at Niner. Visibility 10.
Alright, versus
Few clouds at 1,800.
up.
Few clouds at
Versus
25,000.
Diesel.
Temperature 22. 2.16. Altimeter 30. Localizer. R9. Visual approach is in use.
What the fuck, man?
Landing and departing
I hate when
runway
it does this, the
27.
reversers axis.
No offshore VFR transition. Notices to Airman ATAC system in use. Activate transponder with moxiways and runways. Read may call runway hold short instruction. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Quebec. Lineberg Field 8. Test information, Quebec 1 Zulu.
After
Web
landing
300
checklist.
at Niner.
Landing, pulse,
Visibility
recall
10.
lights.
Few
Off.
clouds at
Anti-collision lights.
1,800. Few
Off.
clouds at
Continuous
25,000.
ignition.
Temperature
Off.
22.
Windshield heat.
2.16.
Off.
Altimeter
Pros.
3000. Localize. R9.
Wing
And visual
anti-ice.
approach is in use.
Off.
Landing
Cal
and departing
anti-ice.
runway 27. No offshore VFR transition. Notices to Airman ATAC system in use.
Spoilers.
Activate transponder with mode C
Stow.
on all taxiways and
Flaps.
runways.
0.
Reach may call runway
ATC
hold
TCAS.
direction.
All
On
time.
initial contact.
Radar
You
mode.
have information, Quebec.
Stand by. After landing checklist complete. Engine shutdown
Lineberg Field
checklist
8,
next.
test information, Quebec 195 Zulu.
Alright, so
Web
firm
300
landing.
at Niner.
We made it.
Visibility 10.
So that's all that matters.
Few
He
clouds.
didn't give us taxi clearance,
Well,
but we were going back.
few clouds at 25,000.
His area.
Temperature 22. 2.16.
6517 heavy, turn
Altimeter
right heading 150 on the rollout. Airport will be
Localizer.
at your 3
R9.
o'clock in about
And
1
visual approach is in use. Landing and
Turning right 150.
departing runway 27. Or VFR transition.
6517.
Notices to Airman ATAC system in use. Activate transponder with mode C on all taxiways and runways. Read may call runway hold short and advise on initial contact. You have information, Quebec. Lineberg Field 8, test information, Quebec 195 Zulu. Web 300 at Niner. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 1,800. Few clouds at 25,000. Temperature
6517 airport inside.
2.1. Altimeter 3000.
United
Localizer.
6517
R9.
heavy, roger, turn
And
right
visual
heading
approach is
220
in
to
use.
join the final approach course,
Land-
cleared visual approach,
And
runway
departing
25.
runway 27. No offshore VFR transition.
0 to join the final.
Notices to Airman ATAC system in use. Activate transponder with mode C. Lineberg Field 8, test information, Romeo 2051 Zulu. Lineberg Field 8, test info, Romeo 2051 Zulu. Web 320 at 7. Web variable between 280 and 350. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 1,800. Clouds at 25,000. Temperature 23. 2.16. Altimeter 2998. Localizer. R9. And visual approach is in use. Landing into depart runway 27. Door VFR transition. Notices to Airman ATAC system in use. Activate transponder with mode C on all taxiways and runways. Read may call runway hold short instructions. Advise on initial. You have information,
Engine
Romeo.
shutdown checklist. Taxi lights. Off. Parking brake.
Lineberg Field 8, test
Set.
information,
Reverse
Romeo
thrust.
2051
Stowed.
Zulu.
Generators
Web
1 and 2.
320 at 7.
Fuel
Web
boost
variable
clamps.
between
Fuel
280 and
systems. Engine
350.
don't check out anti-ice.
Visibility
Off.
10.
14th stage.
1,800. Few clouds at 25,000. Temperature 23. 2.16. Altimeter 299 for Southwest 165. Localizer. R9 dual approaches in use. Landing and departing runway 27. No offshore VFR transition. Notices to airman AFX system in use.
Make your respective
Activate transponder with mode C on all taxiways and runways.
frequencies.
Read and call runway hold short instructions.
Frequency station approved.
Advise on
ATC
initial
TCAS.
contact. You have information Romeo. Lineberg Field 8 TIS information Romeo 20510. Web 320 at 7. Web variable between 280 and 350.
Standby.
Visibility 10. Few
Parking
clouds
brake
at
if chopped.
1,800. Few clouds at 25,000. Temperature 23.
Passenger
2.16.
signs.
Altimeter 299
Off.
equalizer.
Cabin differential.
R9. And visual
Engine shutdown.
approaches in
Secure
use.
and checklist.
Landing and
Emergency
departing
lights.
runway 27. No offshore VFR
AC
transmission.
DC utilities.
Notices to airman AFX system in use.
Headsets.
Use. Activate Trend C on all taxiways
Thrust
and runways.
reversers.
Read and call runway hold short
Chops.
instructions. Advise on
Parking
initial
brake.
contact.
Hydraulic pumps.
You have information Romeo. Lineberg Field 8 TIS information Romeo 20510.
Nav lights. Locate
Web
view generator.
320 at 7. Web variable between 280 and 350.
I clicked the wrong switch on there, that's my fault. Well, oh. Screenshot that. All right, well, that's it for today. We'll be walking to the FBO. I'm calling it a day. Thank you guys for watching. Or if you're watching on YouTube, thanks for watching too. Enjoy the rest of your